Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0711 indicates a malfunction in the continuous variable transmission CVT fluid temperature sensor, specifically relating to its range or performance. The CVT fluid temperature sensor is a type of thermistor that changes its electrical resistance based on the temperature of the transmission fluid. It plays a critical role in the functioning of the Transmission Control Module, TCM, which sends a 5-volt signal to this sensor. When the fluid temperature is low, the sensor has higher resistance, reflecting in a higher voltage signal to the TCM. Conversely, as the fluid warms, the resistance drops and the TCM sees a lower voltage. If the sensor fails to provide a changing signal, the TCM registers a malfunction and triggers the DTC P0711. Given its importance, the effective functioning of this sensor is paramount for optimal vehicle performance, particularly in regulating power transmission and enhancing fuel efficiency. The key component affected by DTC P0711 is the CVT fluid temperature sensor, which is positioned within the transmission assembly. Its primary role is to accurately monitor the temperature of the transmission fluid, essential for preventing overheating and ensuring smooth gear transitions. Located near the transmission fluid inlet or output, it provides crucial data back to the TCM, which uses this information to make real-time decisions concerning gear shifts and fluid management. The sensor operates as a thermistor, meaning its resistance changes with fluid temperature, influencing the electrical signal sent to the TCM. An accurate reading is vital. Deviations may lead to less efficient operation, resulting in poor vehicle performance and possibly causing transmission damage over time if not addressed. The TCM relies on these readings to prevent engine strain and enhance overall performance. Several potential causes may lead to the triggering of DTC P0711. Firstly, there is the possibility of a transmission fluid temperature sensor failure. This can occur due to wear and tear, internal short circuits, or exposure to extreme temperatures over time. Secondly, if there is an issue with the Transmission Control Module, TCM, internal circuits, it may not process the data the temperature sensor provides correctly. This could lead to stuck or improper readings, resulting in the DTC being logged. Lastly, damaged or corroded wiring connecting these components may also lead to erroneous signals being transmitted, which can cause the TCM to register a malfunction. These issues highlight the importance of thoroughly inspecting both the sensor and related wiring to resolve the error effectively. When DTC P0711 is active, several symptoms may present themselves. The most noticeable symptom is that the malfunction indicator lamp, MIL, lights up on the vehicle's dashboard, alerting the driver that a problem exists. Additionally, the shift position indicator may start blinking, indicating that the TCM has detected a fault and is having difficulty managing gear shifts. Drivers might also experience noticeable performance issues, such as harsh or erratic shifting, difficulty accelerating, or even stalling. This is due to the TCM's reliance on accurate fluid temperature readings to optimize transmission performance. Ignoring these symptoms may lead to further damage to the transmission system, potentially leading to costly repairs down the line. In the first step of troubleshooting DTC P0711, begin by starting the engine when the engine coolant temperature is at or below 95 degrees Fahrenheit, which translates to about 35 degrees Celsius. Ensuring the coolant temperature is at this level is critical, as any deviations can affect the performance of the vehicle's systems and potentially lead to further complications. This temperature indicates that the engine is not yet warmed up, allowing for a controlled environment in which to begin testing the transmission fluid temperature sensor. Using proper diagnostic tools, technicians can monitor the temperature readings precisely. once the engine is started and operational, it is essential to proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting procedure, as all further diagnostics rely on this initial reading being correct. The second troubleshooting step requires warming the engine until the engine coolant temperature reaches at least 158 degrees Fahrenheit, or approximately 70 degrees Celsius. This stage is crucial because the proper operating temperature for the transmission fluid allows the sensor to provide accurate readings. The TCM uses this data to make vital adjustments to the transmission's operation. When the coolant reaches this temperature, the technician should continuously monitor the readings using a diagnostic scan tool, as it will confirm if the fluid temperature sensor is functioning correctly. If the coolant and fluid temperatures are within specified ranges, the system is likely operating as intended. On the other hand, if abnormalities are detected, it could reinforce the initial indications of a DTC P0711 performance-related issue. For the final troubleshooting step, the vehicle needs to be driven at a speed of at least 19 miles per hour, equivalent to about 30 kilometers per hour, with the throttle position maintained at 4 degrees or more for a minimum of 5 minutes. This scenario simulates real-world driving conditions and allows the sensor and TCM to operate under typical load conditions. It is vital to ensure that driving occurs safely, adhering to all traffic regulations. During this phase, the technician can check the TCM's response to the changing transmission fluid temperature as the vehicle moves. If the DTC P0711 continues to show after completing this step, the technician may need to delve deeper into the transmission fluid temperature sensor or check the TCM for potential faults. Adequate execution of this step is critical for isolating the issue effectively. Upon completing the necessary repairs or adjustments, it's essential to clear the DTC using a diagnostic scan tool. This process resets the TCM and removes any stored fault codes present during the troubleshooting steps. Following the DTC clearing, a test drive should be conducted to evaluate the vehicle's performance over various conditions. During this drive, the technician should closely monitor the vehicle's behavior, specifically looking for any reoccurrence of the MIL and the shift position indicator blinking. If the vehicle performs well without reintegrating symptoms of DTC P0711, it confirms the repair's success. Continuous monitoring is essential, as it ensures that the issue has indeed been resolved. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0711 and ensure optimal performance of the Honda Civics transmission system, regular maintenance is crucial. This includes routine checks of the transmission fluid temperature and its condition, which are vital indicators of overall health. Monitoring transmission performance and being attentive to any unusual shifts can also reveal potential issues early, allowing for preemptive repairs. Additionally, it's wise to follow the manufacturer's recommendations for transmission service intervals, ensuring that the fluid is changed and the system is serviced timely. Keeping an eye on any warning signals, such as the MIL lighting up or any changes in the shift behavior, can also contribute immensely to extending the lifespan of the transmission and associated components. In conclusion, the DTC P0711 represents an essential diagnostic indication, confirming issues related to the CVT fluid temperature sensor performance. Understanding the functionality and significance of the sensor provides insights into the importance of accurate temperature readings to ensure optimal transmission performance. Conducting thorough diagnostics following the outlined steps allows for precise identification of the issue, whether related directly to the sensor or the TCM. Finally, implementing preventive maintenance measures can significantly reduce the likelihood of recurrence, contributing to a smoother and more reliable driving experience. Overall, maintaining attention to such diagnostic indicators aids in fostering a continuous relationship between the driver and the vehicle's health. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.